This feature is brought to you by DuPage Credit Union.
Football is a sport unlike all others. While other team sports follow the traditional regional, sectional, state finals format, in high school football, teams must qualify for the playoffs by winning at least 5 games. But this still does not guarantee them a playoff spot, as only 32 teams at each level in the state are selected for postseason play.
Even if you have a winning record at 5-4, you're not guaranteed in the playoffs. And that's kind of tough to swallow for coaches and teams that have a winning season and maybe still are not in the postseason.
The Illinois High School Association's proposal this offseason would have changed the way scheduling and the postseason works for high school football. The state would adapt a districting system similar to states like Texas, Indiana, and Georgia.
I talked to in other states that have been in Indiana's system, which is a district system. They say after a while it becomes pretty obvious who you're going to play every year in the playoffs if you're in the playoffs. So once again, to me, the playoffs, especially in football, being unique that you had to earn your way in, should be about playing somebody you did not necessarily play during the regular season.
The new proposal was ultimately rejected by a 395 to 212 vote, but not all of the coaches in the area were against the idea.
We as a school were in favor of the change that was proposed to the IHSA, yes.
I was in favor of that. There needs to be some sort of change.
Even if this plan wasn't perfect, all can agree that some sort of change needs to be made, particularly relating to the postseason.
It's being discussed because the lack of teams making the playoffs, and I think that most of their sports in high schools always get a chance to go to the postseason. Football being one that you have to qualify and get your 6 wins. I would love to see that be extended to 4 or 5 wins.
The state has to do something to expand the playoffs, in my opinion, to kind of stop all of this realignment, because it's just going to continue to be a domino effect.
While this year's proposal didn't happen, the fact that change is being discussed and new ideas are being brought to the table brings about intriguing possibilities relating to the future of the sport.
Whether it's going back to the 1 through 32 seeding or expanding the field to all teams with winning records get in, whatever it is, there needs to continue to be discussion about change for football in the postseason.
I'm Nico Haeflinger for Naperville Sports Weekly.